Hey, it's Vance here from Metro Hobbies, and I'm really excited to show you our new range of Volantex aeroplanes, which kind of go anything from the beginner, the first time flyer, all the way to the more expert and seasoned flyer. We've got 3 here to talk about, so let's get into it and I'll show you what these guys are all about. Okay, so the first one here is the Ranger 600, and this is the ideal first aircraft for those of you who have never flown before and want to try your hand at RC flying. This is a 3-channel aircraft, which means that it only has throttle, elevator and rudder, and that means that there's no ailerons, which means you can't actually roll the plane upside down. Now, one of the really cool features about this style of aeroplane is that the propeller and the motor is all the way out here in the back. It's a pusher-prop design, which means that when you're coming into land, if you come down a little bit hard on the nose, you're not going to break the motor or the prop. The prop's all the way back here. As you can see, it's also very easy to grab and grip underneath, so you can launch this quite easily. There's no landing gear or anything like that for you to break off. So even if you do come down a little bit hard on landings, you're not going to damage the plane all that much. The foam is actually really good quality, which means it can take quite a bit of impact. And then underneath the canopy here, you just pop this off and you can see that there's the battery in there, and you just plug that guy in and away you go. So all these planes come ready to fly, as I said, with radio, batteries, chargers, and they even give you a spare propeller as well. And it has a 6-axis gyro, which makes it very easy to fly and very stable in the air as well. Now, the Sport Cup 500 is the next one that you want to take on once you've sort of mastered the Ranger 600. So this is now a full 4-channel airplane, which means you have throttle, rudder, elevator, and you also have the ailerons as well, which means you can actually roll this plane. This also comes with a 6-axis gyro, and of course, like all the other Volantex planes, also comes ready to fly with the radio, battery, and charger. And they also give you a spare propeller as well. There is some landing gear on here that clips on and off fairly easily. You can possibly belly land this plane as well if you're on some pretty rough fields. Otherwise, if you've got a fairly trimmed grass runway, or perhaps even a paved runway would be ideal, you can take off and land with this guy quite easily. Again, a really nice aircraft, something that's just a nice step up from the Ranger 600, and good for intermediate pilots, for those of you who want to sort of up their skills a little bit. Now for the final aircraft in this video is the Mustang P51D. Now this is also a ready-to-fly aeroplane, however it does require a little bit more assembly. You do need to install the main wing and install the servo for the ailerons on the main wing. The prop and spinner also need to go on, and you need to install your rear horizontal stabilizer along with connecting all your control rods and everything else. The plane does run a brushless motor though, and it is now running on a 2S LiPo battery as opposed to the other 2 aircraft that only run a 1S LiPo battery. You still have the 6-axis gyro on this aircraft, so it's still going to be fairly stable in the air. Also comes with its own radio, and of course you do need to clip on the landing gear as well. So this is a much bigger plane, also going to be a little bit faster, so ideal for those of you who have pretty much mastered the Cub and want something a little bit more scale, something a bit faster, but yet still be stable in the air. This is definitely one to consider, very affordable at this price point, and yeah, I'm definitely keen to try one of these myself and see how it goes. Okay, so that is our Volantex range of aircraft here at Metro Hobbies. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And as always, check out the video description down below. We'll have links in there to all of these aircraft and where you can get them on our website. Of course, there's always a comment section as well. If you have any further questions or comments, you can leave them down there and we'll be happy to answer them as best we can. And that is it from me. Thank you all very much for watching once again, and I'll be speaking to you all next time.